Welcome back to my channel. I hope that this video finds you in a time where you need to hear it. I've been thinking about doing this video for a few days now, and even though I had another video planned, I felt really compelled to do this one because it's been weighing so strongly on my heart. I've been thinking about it for a long time, but I really felt like I just need to just sit down and just talk about this because it's important. This will be a little bit more talking than usual. Obviously, if you're seeing this, you probably needed to hear this too. So sit down for a while, stay, chat, cry, who knows. I know that this is something that I would have wanted to hear like 4 years ago when I was 25, because I feel like that's when I was going through so much inner turmoil and thinking way too much about what other people think of me. I want to talk about self-love and acceptance, and I know a lot of people talk about that, like it's a very popular talking conversation topic, but I just want to throw in my 2 cents. So something you probably don't know about me is I am a recovering people pleaser. I used to just try to make everyone happy, and I would just say yes and try to accommodate to what everyone else needed of me, rather than me thinking of what I needed for me. And I was just trying to just be with the group, stay with the group, have community. And it sucked. Why did I feel the need to push down my own thoughts on things just so I could maintain what? A semblance of friendship? And when you're constantly shrinking yourself, that's kind of what you start to believe. I must be small. I must shrink myself, my opinions, my ideas, so that I can fit in with everybody else. And that even if I may not agree with everything that they're doing, or if I may not want to do what they're doing, I'll just say yes, so then I have the community. That's what we want as humans, right? And then it clicked in me, and one day I was just like, why do I care so much about what these people think of me? Why do their opinions matter more than my own? Why am I trying to find my worth in them? And I'm not going to say I just started living in this new belief like it was like, oh, miracles happened, I'm no longer afraid. No. I slowly started to put my own thoughts first. Instead of just saying yes, I would pause and I would think, do I actually want to do this? Do I want to say yes to this? And if I didn't, I said no. And it was hard for me because I started to think, oh, I'm not going to be worthy of their time because now I don't want to do the things they want to do. And I was afraid people weren't going to like me. But why should I care if they like me if they're doing things I don't want to do? I know that doesn't really sound like a big step, but for someone who constantly shrunk themselves and went out the way and inconvenienced themselves to just please other people, that was a huge deal. Thinking that I could say no to an outing or no to an idea that somebody else had because I didn't want to go was huge. And even at the cost of thinking that, oh my gosh, people are not going to like me anymore. They're not going to invite me out because I keep saying no. But my real friends kept inviting me out because they wanted to spend quality time with me. Obviously, like it didn't matter that I would have timings or times that I said no. They wanted to spend time with me because I'm me, not because of the activity. Does that make sense? I thought that if I hid myself, shrunk myself, that I would just go with the flow and eventually time would boil over and I would come out thinking differently. But that's not how it works. When you hide, you don't grow. It's as simple as that. We cannot hide ourselves in the hopes that we will change over time and time will heal everything. Time does heal, but it doesn't help you grow in ways of self-love and self-confidence and being able to put yourself first in places where you didn't think that you should. You have to start making space for yourself now. Make space for the things that you want to do because you want to do them, not because somebody else wants to do them. And I think that comes with self-love and self-confidence. And confidence is something I did not grow up with. I was definitely more of an isolated kid, into my own things, and the things that I was into were weird, nerdy. So people were like, I don't really vibe with Halie. I'm just gonna go do something else. So I already had that feelings of isolation. So when I got to college, I was like, or even high school, I didn't want to be on the outside. So I just was like, oh no, yeah, I totally listened to that music. Oh, I totally watched that show. Oh my gosh, like I totally do that stuff. No, I didn't. I became really good at lying because lying was easier than telling the truth and being isolated again. But as time went on and I feel like I got more centered in myself and believed in myself and realized that not everyone else actually matters, I started to build self-confidence. They don't matter. Whoever you just thought of, whoever you're trying to impress or get in with the group, in the grand scheme of things, they do not matter. Loving yourself can look different in many different ways. And I think that loving yourself enough to say no to things that you really don't want to do is way more important than a lot of other versions of self love. I think that what comes with the self confidence of being able to say no, then comes the self confidence to love yourself. You start to get faith in yourself. Like, oh yeah, I don't need to do that. Or, oh yeah, I'm going to do this because I want to. You need a certain level of self love that turns into self confidence that helps you accept yourself for who you are and what you like to do and what you don't like to do. Now, I'm not the one that's going to tell you you just need to love yourself and all your problems will go away, because I don't believe that. Because the idea of self-love, I think, is a convoluted term that people use. Is just like a blanket thing. And in reality, it's more about like acceptance rather than full-blown love. I think I'll get to the point where it's full-blown love, but even now at this time, I like myself and I'm working on loving myself, but I also accept myself wholeheartedly for who I am on the inside and what I've got to show on the outside. And that is a whole other journey that took me years to figure out, and something that I really wanted to hear when I was younger was, life is too short to care about what other people think of you. Wear that outfit, watch that weird anime, buy that book, listen to that weird K-pop music, and go about your life, because why should you let other people stop you from doing the things that you like? They're not going to live your life for you. Maybe they won't come with you to a book release at a bookstore for this one random book that nobody else knows about, or movie, or K-pop group, but you can go. It's not weird to like something that you like just because there's not like a majority of people liking what you like. It's okay to be niche. Even the things I just mentioned aren't even really niche anymore. Choosing to do the things that you love, choosing to wear the things that you like, choosing to show up as yourself every day is a form of self-love. A form of self-love that I'm currently practicing. I used to really not like the way that I look. I can't say that I necessarily like it right now, but I accept my body for how it looks, and I accept my personality for however weird it is. And if you don't like it, yeah, go. You do not need to be in my life. I do not need you in my life. You do not need them in your life if they are not going to accept who you are right now. Your personality probably won't change. You could fake it, you could change it, you could shrink what you really think, you could like things you don't actually like, and you can push away the things that you're actually interested in. But in reality, it's not going to change who you are on the inside, because that's still in there. You're just stifling it because you're trying to fit in with the cool group or whoever you're trying to impress right now. Eventually, the real you is going to leak out even just a little bit, and you're going to have to come face to face with people like that or not. Why would you want to hang out with somebody who doesn't like you? Something I tell my sister is, I don't feel any problems with me being myself and my full personality. Now, I don't think I'm myself that I'm with my family all the time, that I am with my friends, but I still say the things that I want to say. I say, oh my gosh, I listened to this, or oh my gosh, have you heard about this new K-pop group, or oh my gosh, this song just dropped, or oh my gosh, this anime just came out, or oh my gosh, look at this weird random TV show I found, or oh my gosh, there's this YouTube video I just found, it's really interesting. Like my special interests, I still like them, and I don't have a problem with talking about them. And if somebody's gonna find me weird, they're gonna find me weird anyway. So might as well just talk about what I like. And then weirdly enough, I find people who like the same things. Being yourself draws similar people to you. As you continue to be yourself, accepting yourself, loving yourself, you draw people to you who like the same things. And wouldn't that be way more enjoyable to be with people who enjoy the same things and vibe with your energy and your personality, rather than people who you have to pretend to be around? That's exhausting. It's exhausting trying to keep up with the Joneses and be somebody who you're not. And with time, being yourself becomes just such a normal thing to you, and you won't even realize that you've just completely stepped into your own. Being your authentic self is definitely a form of loving yourself, of self-love, of self-confidence, of self-acceptance. It's not always easy. Look at my mic. It's not easy, but it's definitely possible. And what I will say is, you cannot hate yourself into loving yourself. I know people say that, but it's like, it's true. If you keep thinking, oh, this is what I want to do, or this is the life I want to live. And trust me, I think that a way to get to where you want to be is to kind of outline what your ideal self looks like, acts like, that kind of stuff. And it makes you plainly aware of the places that you are lacking per se, but it also gives you some actionable things, which is like, okay, I'll just eat this instead of that, or I'll go to this event instead of that one, or I'll wear this outfit that I really, really like, even though it seems a little bit weird, instead of that one because that's just basic and what everyone else wears. You can't sit back and expect things to change. I certainly did, and I certainly tried, and it didn't work. All right? Man, it sounded strong. It didn't work. Some part of me maybe hopes it did, but it didn't. Okay? I actually had to do things to get to where I am now. And I mean, do things not in the like the you're gonna change exactly who you are right now. Put yourself under a spell tomorrow. As I say, you will become a new individual and be someone else. No, that's not what I did. That's not what I expect anyone to do. Like, don't get me started on the whole I'll start Monday. I was a queen of I'll just start Monday. So I'd rather just start today than start Monday, because today is better than a random figurative day in the future that may never actually happen. Because if you just start today, you've already started and you can't say you didn't do it, which is a good brain thing. You got to help your brain with these little tricks along the way, thing like, oh, you did accomplish that. Oh, you did do that. Oh, look, you're standing up for yourself. Or, oh, you're being more authentic to who you really are. Oh, because you're being more authentic to yourself, you're starting to love yourself more because you realize there's nothing wrong with being yourself. So instead of just jumping into like a new year, new me, new month, new me, new anything, new me, start with just small steps, small things that you can do in the day or in the week that makes you feel accomplished and feel like you're doing something for yourself and not because other people want you to do it. So instead of doing like a 5-day workout routine, walk on a treadmill or go for a walk for 15 minutes. That counts. It counts for your brain. It counts in reality too. Or follow a YouTube video at home. Whatever works. Instead of buying clothes that you want to fit into, buy clothes that fit you now, because your body right now deserves to be clothed in the way that you want to wear clothes. Your body deserves clothes. What a weird concept that I had to learn. You don't earn happiness. You deserve happiness. You deserve happiness. Where you are right now, however you're feeling, you deserve happiness right now. You deserve to be happy at every point in your life, regardless of where other people think you should be at your life, at your age, or where you think other people think you should be at your life or at your age, or where you are in school or where you are in your career, because these other people don't matter. Why are we thinking about what other people think of us? What? And it's not necessarily about changing yourself. Yes, maybe there's aspects we all want to change about ourselves, but to radically accept yourself for who you are right now is so important and is something you can carry with you for the rest of your life. That no matter where you are, at what point, or where you think society thinks you should be, you can accept where you are, because where you are right now is good. It's okay. Maybe, yes, we all have goals, obviously, but where I am right now, what I look like right now, what I feel right now, where I work right now is okay. Maybe it's not exactly where I thought I was going to be, but it's good. It's still good. And we have to recognize that what we have right now is still good. And I think people's idea of self-love today is kind of interesting in the way that people think, oh, if you don't love yourself, then you don't deserve love. If you don't love yourself enough, you won't get the job that you want. You won't get the career that you want. You won't have the body that you want. And thus you cannot be happy. And I think that's a whole load of bullshit. I've always struggled with my body image ever since I was little. I still struggle with it now, but it's different. And since I didn't necessarily like my body, I was assumed that, oh, you just won't find love then. Well, I guess I'll be single forever. And then, like I said previously, one day I was just like, why don't I just accept my body for how it looks? My body has gotten me this far. My body takes care of me. It helps me when I'm sick. It keeps me strong. It helps me when I'm injured. It helps me walk. It helps me get to the place that I want to be. It's helped me get through school. It's helped me get through distress. My body has gotten me through so many things. Why should I care what other people think about my body? Now, do I still have insecurities? Yeah. Am I working on those? Yes. Are there things I would like to change? Yeah. But I'm not in a rush or in a mental space where I think this has to change right now or else I'm going to be deemed by society ugly, fat, lonely witch. Almost like a spinster. Like people have problems, okay? This body, your body, is worth celebrating, all right? That's all I'm trying to say. Because think back, and it's gotten you to where you are right now. You're watching this video, which is kind of cool of you, but it's gotten you this far in life. Why shouldn't we be celebrating it? Tell me. You have nothing to say. So no, I may not love myself in the self-love kind of way that everybody else is expecting me to love myself, but I do accept myself, and I like myself, and I accept that my body is the way that it is because it's gotten me so far. It's proven to me how strong it can be, and my body is great. Yes, I still get self-conscious, and yes, I do sometimes think about other people's ideas of me, but why should I be concerned about what other people think of my body, my hair, my word choice? Don't get me started on the word choice. Why do I think that the things that I say are weird, but when somebody else says it, oh, it's kind of cool, it's fine? Because I'm not sitting down evaluating what other people are saying, so why would I think they're sitting down and evaluating what I'm saying or doing or even looking like? I barely remember what my coworkers wear. They are not paying attention to me. Why do I care about what my classmate thinks of this shirt that I chose to wear? Why do I think about what my coworkers will think when I actually had to go to a doctor's appointment I'm thinking to myself, oh, they think I'm skipping. No, I had to go to a doctor's appointment. I'm an adult. We don't owe anyone anything. We don't have to prove ourselves to anyone, ever. And especially not to people who don't mean anything in our lives in the grand scheme of things. We determine who matters in our lives. And if we haven't determined that they matter in our lives, why do we care what they think? I know I'm a good coworker. I know I'm a good sister. I know I'm a good student. I know I am a good individual, and I work hard and I do my best. That's all that matters. As long as I know it, it does not matter what they think. As long as you know it, it does not matter what they think. Do you hear me? You don't have to be the bigger person. You don't have to laugh off that joke because it wasn't funny to you. You don't have to pull your shirt away from your stomach to make it look smaller. You don't have to say you're okay when you're not okay. You don't have to care what these random people think of you. You don't need to do something that doesn't resonate with who you are inside. You don't have to do any of that. My sister asked me a lot how I became kind of like nonchalant, and it's not that I'm nonchalant. I just don't care what they think of me. I have my good group of friends. I have a very loving family. I have a place to live. I shouldn't be concerned with what other people think of me. I'm settled. I'm rooted. I'm grounded. I have a lot of things in my life going for me. Why do I care what some random person thinks of me? So now it's less of, oh, I need to do what I can to fit into this group, and more of, oh, do I like them? Oh, like, do we have interests that I like too, and I can see us becoming friends? No, then okay, they can go over there. Yes, then okay, man, maybe I'll talk to them more. Maybe I'll show a little bit more interest or care a little bit more about them. But you don't have to figure out how to squish yourself into fitting in somebody else's life, and more think about, can they fit into your life? Anyway, I've been talking for a long time, and the sun is just getting brighter and brighter and brighter, and my chest is starting to burn. To wrap this all up, I just want to say you can start now. Even if you think you can't, you can. It's never too late to change your mindset. Do you really want to live your life caring about what other people think of you? They're not going to live your life for you. Like I said earlier, you are the only one living your life. You are the driver of your life. You are the captain of your soul. All right. I started this YouTube channel in the middle of me having all of these thoughts and doubts and fears and thinking I can't do this. Why do I think I can do this? Why do I think I deserve any of this? And I just threw myself out there and onto YouTube. And I may not have the biggest channel yet, but I'm doing it. Even if there isn't such huge, substantial growth, I still grew as a person and an individual. And I'm very shy. I'm very much an introvert. And I don't know if you could tell that through how much I stay posting. I've had so many loved ones pass away within the last 2-3 years of my life. And they all believed in me. They all believed in what I could do. They all believed in my abilities. So why would I care what somebody else thinks of me, and maybe thinks that I shouldn't be doing YouTube and I shouldn't be doing art? I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing that. Why would I care what they have to think when I had so many people believing in me? They aren't worth it. They aren't worth me stopping what I want to do that I've already basically been given the green light for, because they think I can't do it. Let me reiterate this. Life is too short to care what other people think about you. They can't live your life for you. So make the changes to accept yourself as you are now, to really know that your personality Who you are as a total package is absolutely okay and good and great and fantastic. And there are people out there who will accept you for who you are. And then you'll have like a clan, or at least like one or two other friends, and it'll be great because you don't need much. You just need something that's real and that means something. I am still on this journey now, but I have become leaps and bounds from the girl who thought she didn't deserve to be the vice president of the international club in college because she was too ugly or too introverted or too quiet. And I still became the international club vice president for 2 years. And hell, if you have to fake it till you make it, go for it, because at some point you'll start believing it and you'll start living it, and you won't even recognize that you're already living as if you had accepted yourself in the beginning. After doing it for so long, one day it'll become wholly and absolutely yours and real. And you won't even recognize it until you're able to look back and be like, wait a minute, I don't think about that anymore. Oh, wait a minute. I don't even care about her anymore, or him anymore, or them anymore. Because you'll be moving through the world differently. You'll be moving through the world and making decisions based off of how you are confident and accepting, and not based on of fear and doubt and trepidations. I am constantly trying to keep evolving and changing and accepting who I am at every point of this evolutionary change that I'm going on. And I know that you can do it too. If it's somebody who can come, I mean, I was in the trenches, mentally, just it's so negative, and I know that it's possible to get out of there and to come out on the other side, and feel so different. Even the top that I'm wearing is something I would have never worn. It's a low cut blue top with sleeves that are short so my arms show. I was afraid to show any of this stuff, any of it. And now I'm just putting it on the internet. I hope you stayed until the end of this video and found it even a little bit remotely motivational or helpful. Please like this video and consider subscribing if you want to see more of me or hear me yap. I mean, I have a lot of videos you can look at. You can go check them out. I do dabble in painting. And if you really felt moved, drop a comment and show other people that we are not alone in feeling this way or thinking that we are alone, because we're not. A lot of us are thinking the same things, just sometimes somebody else needs to say it out loud to make us realize that. Anyway, I'm sending y'all good and positive vibes. You got this. Make those changes today. Don't wait for a Monday. All right? Okay. Drink some water. I'm done. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. I'm done.